Hey, everybody, and thank you for watching the What's New, our review of our April release. This is a recorded video today. If you have any questions, please reach out to your CSR. They're going to be able to help you with any questions you have related to our April release. My name is Misty Corns, and I also have Brittany Siegel on the phone with me. We're going to be your presenters today. Before we actually start presenting the system, I just want to remind everybody where you can find your release notes. There's a couple different ways. You can go to actually log into the system, go to the service provider documents and download them there directly from the system, or you can go to support.beyondpay.com and download them there. We want you to do this because today's webinar is strictly just a review of some of the releases for April. So to see the full release, definitely go in and download these. You can also get user guides and all sorts of information about the new desktop experience, and that also known as the new UI. So don't forget to do that. So our April release had a lot of new desktop and mobile enhancements. Brittany's going to spend some time walking you through a good bit of the scheduler updates. She's also going to talk about some new things related to the dashboard sharing and talk about that. I'm going to get more into the mobile app, just an overall view of the mobile app, and then there's of course some new releases that have definitely improved how the new mobile app functions, as well as some new features that have been added. So Brittany, are you ready to go ahead and talk about and share some of your updates?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn things over to Brittany.
Thank you. All right. So I'm going to be going over first the new view by week view, a part of the advanced scheduler. And if you tuned into our last webinar, I did review the day view, which is also pretty new. So this is what the day view looks like, which is also a recent update. Managers can easily edit the shifts per day. But our new update, which is even better, is the week view. And with our week view, managers can easily manage shifts, delete shifts, unassign employees, quickly view the whole schedule for the week, the employees working, using a drop down to see the base compensation that employee is getting for each hour, as well as their hire date. Now, also, if you happen to have open shifts for this whole week, we do only have an open shift available on Wednesday the 1st, but managers can easily go ahead and manage those open shifts by either editing the time frame or just straight out assigning an employee. And the reason why you only see one employee here is because who's ever not working that day and whoever has the skill that's required for that open shift will only display here. Now, if my manager wanted to go ahead and assign it to this employee, they would simply just click his name, click OK, and once the screen updates, Glenn is now working on the 1st, and now I do not have any open shifts. So again, the screen, they can easily edit the whole week and not just a single day like the most other recent update to the scheduler. Now, what I'm going to cover next is dashboards, and I have this open in my other tab here. So dashboards are in the new UI, and they have been out for a little while now, but there is a new great update. So in the dashboards, you can create an infinite amount of dashboards, and you can also share it to other employees, other managers. But now you can do some minor edits to those shared dashboards, and I'm going to walk you through that. So under Saved, this is my default. I'm going to go to My Shared Views. Now, these are views that other managers or company administrators shared out to me. And I'll go to my admin time dashboard. So I did not create this. Someone else gave it to me. And you can see here, I can view everything, but I can't move the tiles. I can't delete anything. So the workaround to that is saving this as your own view. So we're going to go over here and go to Save You As. And let's call it my time dashboard. This is optional, this section here, but quick note, my default, if I would select this would make this dashboard screen my default every time I log in. And you also have the ability to use this share feature here, where you can either share to all employees in the company or just browse and select specific employees that you want to share your dashboard with. Maybe with this dashboard that was shared out to you, you did some edits, you removed some things, added some new information. So you can also share it out to other people. So right now I'm going to go to save and run. And now you can see this is not grayed out anymore. I can now remove these tiles, adjust the width, and I can also go over here and rearrange those tiles. Maybe move this one a little up, this one a little up, and hit save. And now I have this updated view. And all the information in this charts are being pulled from reports. These charts were created in reports before the dashboard was created. And if I want to view the actual report, I can simply just click the name here. I can go, this would bring me the missing punch report. This would bring me to an exception report. But if I just want to see the data that is in the actual charts that you see, I can simply just click the chart. And it's just going to give me all the information relevant to that chart. And I can quickly look here, the approval state, the time off hours, if there were any missing punches, and I can rectify any errors and go to an employee's timesheet straight from this screen here. Okay, and you can easily access any of your dashboards that you created up here and anything that anyone shared out to you here. And that wraps up the new updates to the dashboard. Misty, if you're ready, I'm going to pass it over to you so you can walk through the new mobile app enhancements.
Okay, perfect. So I will go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so on my screen right now, this is the mobile app. I have the ability to present the mobile app on a PC. So again, this is the mobile app. This is what it would look like if you download the mobile app to either your Android phone or your Apple phone. The functionality that you're going to see is the same. So I'm just presenting it to you on a PC. So just keep that in mind. Also, you can see that there's a username and a password here. If the phone that I'm using, again, Android or Apple phones, you're going to be able to, if those phones allow you um, to to use your fingerprint or to do like if the phone allows facial recognition, our system will accommodate that. So for purposes of today's webinar, I'm just going to use my username and a password. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and log into the system. And as Brittany just talked about dashboards, this is the mobile dashboard for Michael, who I just logged in as. And as you can see here, Michael can clock in, he can clock out. It's grayed out because he's already clocked in for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and clock out, and it tells me that I've done that. So I'm able to know for sure that my punch was successful. You can also change departments here, and as I said in the beginning, there was a lot of releases related to the mobile and the new UI, and changing departments is a section that there was a release in I want to talk about. So if the phone is offline, meaning there's no internet service, department changes weren't supported, that now they are. So if an employee is working at a location that is maybe more remote, and they, they still need to to allocate hours to that location, they can still do that by changing, coming up here and changing the department. Now, the system's going to store this data until they have a connection, and that data is then going to be populated. So that prevents a lot of errors on timesheets, a lot of manual entry on timesheets for labor allocations. So it's kind of a cool new update to the system. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just reallocate hours there. And as soon as I do that, it tells me what those punches were. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the dashboard. I can also view my timesheet. So I'll go ahead and click on View Timesheet. And from here, I can see all of the details of my punches for the day. I can see my totals initially, but if I wanted to look at the details of that information of the day, I can easily look at the details. I can even drill down into the actual punch data. Okay, I can even request changes to my timesheet. So I'm going to go ahead and modify the cost center that I just changed. So maybe, oops, I accidentally chose the wrong cost center for Wednesday the 24th. So we're going to just say, okay, we want to change this cost center. We want to change it to a different location. So we're going to allocate these hours to Pat. And I'm going to go ahead and submit this. So this has been available for a while, but it definitely is very useful in the system to be able to submit those change requests, not just for cost center changes, but also for missing punches, for time off that maybe you didn't take and that your manager had already approved. So all of those are some pretty cool things you can do with some change requests. Through the mobile app, you can submit your timesheet, and that's been around for quite some time also. So, so from here, I can also do some other functions. So I can request time off, and very simple. I'm just going to choose my option here. This section here is new with the April release. You're going to be able to see your accrual balances for the type of time that you've elected to take off. So maybe you don't need to see it in the number of days that you have available. So right now I've got 8 days available. Maybe I want to see it. How many hours do I have available? Sorry, I scrolled over. Let's just switch this real quick. Okay, so here's 64 hours that I have available. So I could go ahead and request this day. I'll go ahead and say I want to take off for the 30th, and I'm going to go to the beach. And then submit it. And again, oh, messages are going to pop up to say, hey, you're scheduled off this day. Obviously, I wouldn't want to continue, but I am going to continue for today. We're going to go ahead and submit this, and now that would start a workflow that would go to my manager, and then my manager could approve that through his My To Do items in the top right-hand corner of his screen. All right, some other areas that managers might want to, or excuse me, that employees might want to take a look at is, again, the details of those punches that they've had. If your company, wants employees to request overtime or to request leave of absence, all of the options that you see up here is based on what modules you have turned on. Also, based on security, like I said in the beginning. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my home screen so I can get back to my dashboard. And now I want to take a look at my pay history. But easily I can see that I get paid in 9 days. I can also take a look at those individual paychecks. Okay, I can look at recent paychecks. These are the 3 most recent. I can also look at historical paychecks, so based on a date range. And I can download those pay statements. So if an employee is applying for a loan and they are sitting in front of their loan officer. They have their cell phone in front of them. They can simply download it, and there you go. Couple other options that I have in my demo company is under forms. So if we're paying your employees, then we're probably also producing W-2s. So we do have the ability to electronically consent through the mobile. For receiving forms, you can also download the W-2 from the system. Okay. Direct deposits. Some companies don't want employees to enter or edit direct deposits. You could allow them just to view. In this case, I've allowed employees to edit, and you could do that in the mobile. You can also add accounts. So a couple other things that you can do in the mobile is related to benefits. So employees could, if they're new employees, they could go ahead and do their benefit enrollment on their mobile device. Maybe it's open enrollment time, and you want employees to go ahead and do their enrollment at open enrollment. They could do that on the mobile device. Life change events. I can view my current benefits. So none of that is new for the April release, but it is kind of cool to know that it's available. Timesheet chart, just to kind of look at the number of hours on a chart. Looks like I have about, 3 hours for today, where I had 9 hours yesterday. So I can kind of keep a track on my hours. Also company announcements. You can view those here. You can also look at some stats related to your hours, related to time off, and this is configurable to individual companies on what you show to employees. Okay. All right. So as you can tell, there's a lot of really cool things going on with the mobile app with an April release, as well as just overall. There is also one other area I wanted to just review with you. If I click on my picture up here in my mobile app, I can actually look at my employee accounts. If I have access to edit any information, I can make edits here. If I wanted to change my address, I can do that. So depending on what my access is, I'm able to see and edit information here. Update contacts. I can also set notification preferences. Again, I can also, anything that I need to do, onboarding, all of that can be done on the mobile app. Okay, so again, as you can tell, there's a lot of really cool things happening, and we're excited about them. We're hoping that all of our companies start to roll out the new desktop experience as well as the mobile, and we're asking that if you're interested in going ahead and doing that, to contact your CSR. They will definitely walk you through the steps to get that rolling and help you with that. So we're also going to be sending out some additional information via email, so pay attention to any new emails that we have sent out related to the new desktop and mobile experience, also known as the new UI. Brittany and I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch our video today, and we hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.